Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that could save you from serious injury and a massive medical bill. Are you ready for this? We're talking about exercises you see done wrong every single day in the gym. The crazy part is most people don't even realize they're making these mistakes. We're breaking down 5 popular exercises that might seem harmless, but if done incorrectly, could be destroying your body. You heard me, destroying your body. We're talking about the kind of damage that puts you out of the gym for months, lands you in the doctor's office, and leaves you staring down the barrel of a $15,000 surgery bill. Don't hit that skip button. Stick with me for the next few minutes because we're going to break down each exercise, show you exactly what you're doing wrong, and most importantly, teach you how to fix it before it's too late. Let's do this. Alright, let's talk about the deadlift. The deadlift is a beast of an exercise, a total body movement that can build serious strength and muscle. But if your form is even slightly off, you're putting your lower back at serious risk. I'm talking slipped discs, debilitating pain, and never wanting to even look at a barbell again. Trust me, I've seen it all. Guys and girls loading up the bar with way more weight than they can handle. Their egos writing checks their bodies can't cash. They step up to the bar, bend over, and boom, rounded back, hips shooting up. It's a recipe for disaster. The deadlift is all about maintaining a neutral spine. From the moment that bar leaves the ground to the moment you lock it out at the top, your back needs to be straight. Think about it like this. You're trying to keep your spine from turning into a banana, because once that banana starts to peel, you're in a world of hurt. Here's how we fix it. First, start with a weight you can handle with perfect form. Remember, it's not about how much weight you can lift. It's about how much weight you can lift right. Before you even touch the bar, make sure your hips are low, your back is straight, and your core is braced. As you lift the bar, think about driving through your heels, keeping that bar as close to your body as possible. Control the movement, own the movement, and you'll be amazed at how much stronger you'll become. Let's talk about another gym staple, the bench press. We all want that big, strong chest, right? But here's the deal, the bench press, while an awesome exercise, can be a quick trip to Snap City if you're not careful. I'm talking about shoulder injuries, rotator cuff tears, even pec tears. And you know what the craziest part is? Most of the time it's not even a heavy weight that does the damage. It's bad form, plain and simple. And the biggest culprit? Elbow flare. You see it all the time, guys loading up the bar, elbows flared out at 90 degrees, looking like they're trying to fly away with the weight. When you let your elbows flare out like that, you're putting your shoulder joint in a super vulnerable position. It's like trying to drive a car with the wheels pointed in opposite directions. Something's got to give. So how do we fix it? First, ditch the ego and lighten the load. Remember, we're going for quality over quantity here. When you grip the bar, make sure your grip is slightly wider than shoulder width apart. And here's the crucial part. As you lower the bar, think about tucking your elbows in at about a 45-degree angle. You want to feel a slight stretch in your chest, but not in your shoulders. And as you press the weight back up, keep those elbows tucked in, driving through your chest and triceps. Trust me, your shoulders will thank you in the long run. Chapter 3. The sit-up. This exercise is all crunch, no core. Let's be honest, the sit-up, it's like the fitness equivalent of that old beat-up pair of sneakers you just can't seem to throw away. We've been doing them since grade school. They're a staple in every gym class, but here's the hard truth. Sit-ups are so last century. Why? Because they're about as effective as trying to put out a fire with a squirt gun. Sure, you might feel a little something in your abs, but you're putting way more stress on your spine and neck than you need to. We're talking about herniated discs, pinched nerves, and a world of pain you don't want to experience, and don't even get me started on the whole hands behind the head thing. That's just asking for trouble. You're not doing your abs any favors, you're just giving yourself a neck cramp and potentially setting yourself up for a lifetime of neck pain. So, what's the alternative? Well, there's a whole world of core exercises out there that are way more effective and way safer for your spine. Exercises like planks, hollow rocks, and ab wheel rollouts. These exercises target your entire core, not just your upper abs, and they do it without putting your spine at risk. Let's take the plank, for example. It's a simple yet brutally effective exercise that works your entire core, from your shoulders to your hips. Hold it for as long as you can, and you'll feel your abs screaming for mercy. Chapter 4. The leg press. Don't press your luck or your knees with this exercise. Now let's talk about the leg press. It's a staple in many leg day routines, and for good reason. It's a great way to build lower body strength and muscle. But if you're not careful, the leg press can turn into a knee-crushing machine. I've seen it all, guys and girls loading up the leg press with plates upon plates, their egos writing checks their knees can't cash. They lower the platform, knees caving in, and boom, pain, popping, and a feeling like something just went seriously wrong. The leg press is all about controlling the weight, not letting the weight control you. One of the biggest mistakes I see is people locking out their knees at the top of the movement. Listen, your knees aren't designed to be end range, they're meant to be shock absorbers, not shock receivers. When you lock out your knees, you're putting all that stress and pressure directly on your knee joints. Another common mistake is going too deep on the leg press. While it's important to work through a full range of motion, you don't want to go so deep that your hips start to come off the seat. That's a recipe for a lower back injury. So, how do we fix it? First, start with a weight you can handle with perfect form. When you lower the platform, make sure your knees are tracking in line with your toes. As you press the weight back up, stop just short of locking out your knees. Control the movement, feel the muscles working, and build strength and size the right way. Chapter 5, the overhead press. Don't let this exercise be a pain in the neck or shoulder. Alright, let's talk about the overhead press, a fantastic exercise for building strong, bolder shoulders. But here's the thing, the overhead press can be a real pain in the neck, literally. If you're not careful, you could be setting yourself up for shoulder impingement, lower back pain, and a whole lot of discomfort. One of the biggest mistakes I see is people arching their back excessively when they press the weight overhead. They're so focused on getting the weight up that they turn their entire body into a giant question mark. Not only does this look ridiculous, but it's a recipe for lower back pain. Your lower back isn't meant to be a primary mover in the overhead press. Its job is to stabilize your core, not to do the heavy lifting. When you arch your back, you're taking your core out of the equation and putting all the stress on your lumbar spine. Another common mistake is letting your elbows flare out to the sides. When your elbows flare out, you're putting your shoulder joint in a vulnerable position, increasing your risk of impingement and rotator cuff issues. So how do we fix it? First, start with a weight you can handle with perfect form. Before you even lift the weight, make sure your core is engaged and your glutes are squeezed. Think about creating a solid base of support for your upper body. As you press the weight overhead, keep your elbows slightly in front of your body, not flared out to the sides. This will help to protect your shoulders and keep the movement efficient. And remember to keep your core engaged throughout the entire movement. Focus on quality over quantity, and your shoulders will thank you in the long run. Train smart, stay strong. There you have it, guys. 5 common exercises that could be setting you up for serious injuries and a hefty medical bill if you're not careful. Remember, it's not just about working hard in the gym, it's about working smart. Avoid these common mistakes and you'll not only save yourself from pain and injuries, but you'll also get way better results from your training. Because when you train with proper form, you're able to target the right muscles, lift more weight over time, and build the strong, functional physique you've always wanted. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your workout buddies, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips to level up your fitness game. See you in the next one.